Logan is a prick who is just trying to throw his money around and try and repair his ring.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand over here.
Why?
Stand over here. Let me see hands.
The boxing world has been rocked by stunning news following Anthony Joshua's accident. Reports claiming that the incident has placed Logan Paul and Jake Paul under FBI investigation have sent shockwaves through fans and insiders alike. Many are now questioning how the Paul brothers may be connected, while Joshua focuses on his recovery. The situation has brought intense scrutiny, highlighting the serious consequences surrounding the crash. It also draws a clear contrast between Joshua's discipline and commitment to boxing and the Paul brothers' often controversial public behavior. Jake Paul's reaction to Anthony Joshua's accident has ignited heavy debate across social media, and not in a positive way. Fans were quick to point out how casual and disconnected his post appeared during such a serious moment. At a time when compassion and support were expected, his response felt oddly cold. Instead of reassuring fans or showing solidarity with Joshua, his words raised more questions and suspicion. As the boxing community rallies behind Joshua during this painful chapter, Jake Paul's reaction has only reinforced why true champions are measured not just by success, but by empathy. As more details emerge, Logan Paul's tweet responding to Anthony Joshua's accident has also come under fire. Fans are questioning both the timing and tone of his message, with many feeling it lacked the seriousness the situation demanded. While Joshua fights to heal and regain strength, Logan Paul's online response continues to fuel doubt and speculation. The reaction has only deepened public suspicion about the Paul brothers and their possible connection to the incident.
Officials in Nigeria, they ran into a stationary truck while trying to change lanes on the roads. Just a horrific accident. You know, I don't want to start, assigning blame to something that I don't have the report.
Alexander Usyk's heartfelt message stands as a powerful reminder of the respect and unity that exists within boxing. In sharp contrast to the Paul brothers' questionable reactions, Usyk spoke with sincerity and deep concern for Anthony Joshua and the devastating loss of his close friends. His words highlighted the human side of the sport, reminding fans that boxing is about more than titles and rivalries. True champions show up for one another during life's darkest moments, offering empathy and strength when it matters most. Joshua's resilience has been met with genuine admiration from those who truly understand the sport.
Said, "This is an unbelievable loss. Sinna and Latif are two incredible people who were not only part of AJ's team, but also friends. My sincere condolences to their families, loved ones, and everyone who knew them. Anthony Joshua, wishing you a speedy recovery."
Joe Rogan's response brings attention to just how close Anthony Joshua came to a far more tragic outcome. The crash was severe, and the consequences could have been unimaginable. Joshua's survival speaks to both luck and inner strength. While some individuals attempt to turn the incident into controversy or spectacle, Rogan stays focused on the reality of what happened. His reaction reminds fans how thin the line is between survival and tragedy in moments like these.
I mean,
that's bonkers. Thank God he didn't have a seatbelt on. I never say that. Thank God he didn't have a fucking seatbelt on, because if he did,
there's no way.
He would be dead.
There's
Probably,
no
or fucking severe.
Eddie Hearn's reaction emphasizes the importance of real support during a crisis. His response shows how quickly the difference between genuine concern and self-interest becomes clear. Hearn demonstrated leadership by standing firmly behind Anthony Joshua and the families affected by the tragedy. While the Paul brothers remain surrounded by controversy, Joshua's team has come together to ensure he receives the best care and comfort possible. The boxing world is watching, and this moment shows how champions are supported both inside and outside the ring.
Them and the family, anything they need. You know, sometimes when someone is a star, they have a lot of things in their life taken care of for them. So you really have to move into that mode in this situation as well. Make sure, obviously, they're getting the best medical attention, make sure their family are safe. And
Liam Goff draws attention to the devastating human cost of Anthony Joshua's accident. The loss of close friends adds a deep emotional weight that goes far beyond physical injuries. As Joshua works to recover both physically and mentally, the wave of support from the boxing community shows true unity. At the same time, the Paul brothers' questionable reactions only highlight the contrast between genuine compassion and public skepticism. The respect Joshua is receiving speaks volumes about his standing in the sport.
Joshua injured in car accident. 2 people who I believe were with Anthony Joshua were friends of his have tragically passed away. Before I carry on reading the article, the 2 people who have tragically passed, my condolences is all I can say to their friends and families. We'll definitely offer up some prayers for them.
Turkey Alashika's comments highlight the seriousness of Anthony Joshua's condition following the crash, including concerns about potential brain injury. This is a moment that would challenge any fighter, pushing Joshua's mental strength far beyond the ring. Reactions from respected figures like Alashik show that even the strongest athletes are vulnerable to life's unpredictable dangers. As the world watches Joshua's recovery, the difference between sincere concern from peers and the Paul brothers' suspicious online behavior becomes increasingly clear. Fans remain hopeful while recognizing the enormous challenges Joshua now faces. Clear details from Showbiz the Adult regarding the stationary truck crash underline how suddenly life can change outside the ring. Anthony Joshua was thrown into a dangerous and unexpected situation, proving how random tragedy can be. While some people use moments like this for attention, Joshua's fellow fighters and supporters have come together in solidarity. The contrast with Jake and Logan Paul's controversial posts has only grown stronger, making it obvious where real concern lies. Fans are left processing both the shock of the accident and the mixed reactions surrounding it.
Was someone in the stationary truck? I'm not sure about that, so I'm not going to report on that, but the truck was stationary. And Anthony Joshua's SUV struck the stationary.
Seeing Anthony Joshua full of energy and joy just hours before the crash makes the incident even more heartbreaking. His laughter, time with friends, and excitement for future fights showed the human side of a man often viewed only as a champion in the ring. The Paul brothers' opportunistic responses stand in sharp contrast to this reality. While fans and fellow fighters offer prayers and genuine concern, Jake and Logan Paul appear distant and detached. This moment reminds the world how fragile life can be and deepens the respect Joshua commands.
I feel like Bruce Lee when he's there with mom shots. Round 2.
Chris Eubank Jr.'s reaction reflects the deep respect fighters have for Anthony Joshua. Unlike the Paul brothers, who remain surrounded by speculation and controversy, Eubank's response was thoughtful and sincere. He understood that the impact of the accident goes far beyond physical injuries, affecting the emotional core of the boxing community. Fighters know the road to recovery is both mental and physical. Eubank's words reinforce the idea that true champions stand together when it matters most. Tony Bellew highlights Anthony Joshua's strength of character and resilience. Even after such a traumatic accident, Joshua continues to inspire admiration for his courage and humility. This stands in clear contrast to the Paul brothers' controversial reactions. Bellew's perspective reflects the deep respect Joshua has earned within the boxing world, not just for his talent, but for his humanity. As fans follow his recovery, the incident serves as a reminder of the dangers fighters face beyond the ring and the importance of empathy in moments of crisis.
He could get seriously hurt. I don't believe Josh would have. I believe Josh might have some compassion in him.
Liam Goff's report captures the heartbreak surrounding Anthony Joshua's accident. The loss of two close friends adds emotional pain, far greater than any physical injury. As Joshua begins his recovery, attention has turned sharply toward Logan and Jake Paul, who are now under FBI investigation for possible involvement. Their past conflicts and online behavior have only intensified public scrutiny. Meanwhile, the overwhelming support for Joshua from fans, fighters, and officials highlights the difference between a true champion facing hardship and the ongoing controversy surrounding the Paul brothers.
Joshua injured in car accident. Two people who I believe were with Anthony Joshua were friends of his have tragically passed away. Before I carry on reading the article, the two people who have tragically passed, my condolences is all I can say. To their friends and families, we'll definitely offer up some prayers for them.
Frank Warren's response points to the wider impact of Anthony Joshua's crash on the boxing community. Promoters understand how fragile life and careers can be outside the ring. Warren stresses both the human and professional weight of this tragedy, with Logan and Jake Paul under FBI scrutiny. Every detail of the accident is being closely examined. Joshua's recovery and the support surrounding him stand in sharp contrast to the Paul brothers' online behavior, raising serious questions about responsibility and accountability. Police confirmation of the accident paints a chilling picture of how close Anthony Joshua came to losing everything. While he suffered only minor injuries, the loss of his friends has deeply shaken the boxing world. Adding to the tension, Logan and Jake Paul are now under FBI investigation as authorities explore any possible connection to the crash. Their suspicious posts and past disputes with Joshua have intensified public concern. As Joshua recovers, fans and fellow athletes continue to rally behind him, showing where true loyalty lies.
Was an accident at 9:30 a.m. local time, 8:30 our time, involving two vehicles in which two people have died, and Anthony Joshua has received minor injuries and he's been taken to hospital. So eyewitnesses say Joshua was in a Lexus SUV with three other passengers, and he was involved in an accident in which that Lexus collided with a truck that was stationary at the time. And there are videos online of a shaken Joshua being taken out of the car. So local police have confirmed that Joshua has suffered minor injuries, but that two people have died in that.
The latest report confirms just how serious Anthony Joshua's accident was and how narrowly he avoided a far worse outcome. Surviving severe injuries while losing two close friends is a stark reminder of how unpredictable life can be. The ongoing FBI investigation into Logan and Jake Paul adds another layer of tension, with their behavior and online activity under close watch. While Joshua undergoes medical scans and focuses on healing, the boxing world watches closely, noting the contrast between his dignity and the controversy surrounding the Paul brothers.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony Joshua, future heavyweight Hall of Famer, has been in a severe car accident which killed two people. He is severely injured. He's still alive. There's footage out there of people helping Anthony Joshua out the vehicle. We don't know the details of what happened, if they was in a car accident, if they was just swerving around and lost control. We don't know, but my condolences go out to those who lost their lives. Hopefully it was just, a terrible accident. And also, hopefully Anthony Joshua will seek the medical attention that he needs. Check the everything, the head, the scan everything, x-ray, MRI, because we don't know if that could be internal bleeding as well. Adrenaline is pumping and you may feel like you're not okay, but you got to check everything. But hopefully he heals well, and Godspeed. And again, my condolences go out to those that lost their lives.
The tragic accident that injured Anthony Joshua and claimed the lives of two of his close friends has shaken boxing to its core. As grief spreads through the sport, Logan and Jake Paul face FBI scrutiny amid growing questions about their possible involvement and online conduct. Joshua's calm focus on recovery and his quiet strength stand in stark contrast to the uncertainty surrounding the Paul brothers. Fans continue to support Joshua as he undergoes thorough medical checks, hoping for his full return. The story is still unfolding, and every update matters. Where do you stand as the truth continues to emerge?